Hey everybody, my name is Jewlz Davis and I'm a Bonner leader here at the University of the South Sewanee. Now that may not presently mean as much to you as it means to me, but let's back up and I can tell you my full story. See, I'm a brother to 4 siblings and a son to 2 parents. My older brother's name is Avery, he's a year and a day older than me, and our early sibling rivalry has turned into an incredible friendship. My younger sisters, I got 3 of those, Cameron, Skylar, and Sydney. They're each lively and unique in their own special ways. My mom is the most loving and supportive individual I have in my life. My dad is my absolute hero and a model for who I want to be. Now, growing up, we grew up in Brentwood, Tennessee. We lived in a small house where we spent a lot of time together. In that small house, my parents taught us that our family and community was the most important thing that we had, and we were to strengthen that first, and then focusing on developing friendships outside of that. We as siblings got really close, and even though we fought a lot, we realized that by developing our small group inside our house, we had the ability to accomplish incredible things. Now, as I grew and matured, up and through elementary school, through those awkward middle school years, and finally my time in high school, it came time to go to college. With that transition into college, I was told that I would have to transition out of my boyish ways and I would have to become a man. I would be doing this in a place called the University of the South Sewanee. But I still didn't feel like I had quite grown up yet. And it's a puzzling transition. How does one become a man? Like, did they have classes on this or something that I missed? So I had to lean on what I knew. I tried to emulate the men who I wanted to be like. You know, athletes, musicians, actors, those manly men. Yet at only 120 pounds, it was hard to feel like I could be a man. And it was at this point that I began to explore masculinity and what it means to be a man. And I found that the media, which is what I was using to define what manhood was, usually only puts forth one definition of what a man is. See, men are strong, and they're athletic, and they're tough, and they're all things to all people. But never did I see how these men were able to achieve this. I didn't know the process. So I found myself in need of having to find out what was going on behind the scenes. And right about this time, I heard about the Bonner program. This leadership internship that would help me to find my passions and then help other individuals finding their passions. And mine was, I was trying to unlock the true essence of masculinity. And I also wanted to help high school students, young men who were going through the same thing as me. I wanted to help them out as well. So junior year, we started the Man Up program. It's a weekly program at Grundy County High School. Provocatively named Man Up, we were using this name to stir up interest and also foreshadow the weekly topic of discussion, which would be, what does it mean to be a man? And how does one become manly? We set out with the goal of having weekly open discussions in small groups facilitated by Sewanee Bonner leaders. And in this group, we would work towards building a small community of young men in Grundy County High School who would have a better understanding of masculinity and manhood. Our early weekly discussions at the beginning of our program brought to light that many of the young men in our groups thought about manhood in the same way that I did when I was first trying to tackle the subject, through what the media portrays as manhood. They noted that athletes, celebrities, entertainers, these were the people who they gauged what masculinity was. Because of this, they had a tendency to have a lesser view of themselves and believe that they were not good enough yet to be called men. Through our week-by-week discussions, we began to change this perception. Presently, our program's week-by-week discussions counteract this and help our participants to reimagine manhood and give them a safe place to talk about the things that are occurring in their life.